Coming up on this episode of Go Medieval. Is it a ballista? Yes, I nearly said barista. Oh, I just deconstructed that. Oh, for fuck's sake. I'm going to leave the dirt in there so it's nice and dirty. Yeah. Now, along with all the memes, we actually get quite a lot of stuff done. We build a church, blacksmith, we improve our towers and get defenses on the go. There's a lot going on. Fuck you, Ellen. Die. What's being built? I can't see. Get down, my friend. Oh.
Rest in peace, my granny. She got hit by a bazooka.
Right, in this episode, we jump back straight in from where we left off. And as you can see, I had everyone gathering a load of resources. I focused a ton on limestone. I encountered a bear, so I named it Winnie the Pooh, of course. And I'm just going to jump straight back into where we were. So without further ado, let's crack on with the episode. Fuck's sake. Well, we have it. Blighted, smegging, smelly fucking smegging, fuckity fuck crops. Now this means if you come down here, we have these tainted crops. They are fairly obvious to spot. They are the ones with these little black pooey diarrhea stains all over them, and you need to cut them down, otherwise it spreads. Now, one thing, when you do cut them, at least you get some veggies from it, but they will kill everything and turn rotten if you do not. So make sure you come to your job section up top and change everyone you can to cut plants, because you're going to need everyone to cut plants. Now, I always go around the entire perimeter. Whatever they're touching, it will spread to. So unfortunately, they will spread to these two, so I have to go to all of that. This, I'm going to have to cut all of that if we get there in time, that is. Same with these. And what else we got? Same with those and those. It's a massive pain in the ass. I normally turn this bastard down just because it is the most frustrating thing to have to deal with, because it spreads like wildfire if you do not address it. So I'm going to select everyone. Okay, so we're going to select them, hit cancel. So by the time they, when we hit play, they should stop whatever they're doing. Now I'm going to leave you to hauling because we've been mining a ton. But anyway, back to blighted crops. I'm going to hit play and we're going to see if everyone starts cotton. No, okay, right. So I'm going to have to force her to start cotton. And the reason, even though I got rid of the blighted one, I'm still cutting the others, is I've seen it be cut and then still spread. So yeah, make sure you tackle this ASAP, otherwise you're going to cry. Although we are cutting these down, at least the lovely Nicola is set to growing. So whatever's being cut, she's just replanting, which she's a babe for. I think we may have saved the day, and everything looks to be down. But that was quite an easy one in comparison to what I've dealt with. I once had this times, I think, 3 or 4, and everything went blighted. And I was like, oh, I'll just set them to cut and they'll get to it. But I didn't cancel what everyone was doing. And it spread like wildfire, and I lost food basically for the summer, which was fantastic. So please be careful of that. But yeah, let's get back to it. Right here, as you can see, I started finishing off the tops of my towers alongside the main gate defenses, and then started mining out a perimeter. Then 4 decided to strike down some fire, which wasn't too fun. People got stuck, what's new, and just carried on with the resource gathering. Now I started laying down the blueprints of what will be our lovely little prison to keep our little settlers in. Or not settlers, raiders. Anyway. Okay, here we are. We have another settler. Lovely jubbly. And this one comes with no consequences. So although they're nothing amazing, they are good melee. And are, again, I don't really give a monkeys about. They're 9 marksmen, which is cool. So potentially they will be our first person to assign to melee. However, we're not really going to need it at the moment, just because of how well the defenses are holding up. So at the moment, I'll assign them to marksmen. Our numbers are growing and we're doing well. I've mined a ton of resources. We have, let's scroll. We have in here 1.5k limestone bricks, which should be enough to make a good dent on all of this. I've laid down the blueprints, as you saw earlier, for our little prison. So here we have 3 beds, and up top when we unlock it will be the warden's desk, and then I will expand this up into a tower, I reckon, So up top can be maybe like the war room or the cartography table. This could be like a central tower. This will be full of more important things like the bigger churches, the more valuable items like our gold, and then we will add tower defenses on each corner as well, and potentially a drawbridge at the back just so we can get out more easily if need be, especially if we have like a caravan set up. We don't know having to come all the way up and down as so yeah. And soon I shall be moving on to these next steps for ourselves. However, in the meantime, as summer is approaching midway, I'm trying to get as many herbs and barley and fodder under our belt as quickly as we can, as well as mushrooms, before they start disappearing. Right, I've just left this running, and as I can see, my settlers have done a crap ton. They've pretty much finished all of the outside wall I've laid down. Bear in mind, we still have a bit to mine out here, so that's still quite vulnerable at the moment, so that needs doing. But once they've done doing that, we're going to be pretty secure up here, and we can kind of be at liberty to start building what we want and where we want and start laying out. I do think maybe this spot actually, instead of here, is best for the church. It's a nice long kind of area. Yeah, I think that'd be cool. But now we have a heat wave, so people during this period can pass out quite a lot, especially if they do not have summer clothes equipped, and I've not actually had any made. So what I need to do is I need to come down here to my tailoring station and get rid of these jobs and make sure summer clothes have been made. Now I'm actually going to go ahead and make 11, and get our best tailorer. There you go. Our best tailorer is Madeline. She will be making some summer clothes for us, because if we assign someone else to do it, it's going to be of a lesser quality when they're made. So hopefully with her doing that, makes our settlers a bit happier and reduces the potential threat of our settlers fainting or going unconscious and leading to a lot more rebellious people. So yeah, there's that. We have a crap ton of wood in supply here. As you can see, pretty much the whole tree farm is fully grown. We did a load of gathering of resources, so we got some more fodder under our belt. However, I believe I did harvest the chunk, and I can't remember where. Oh, there you go. So I need to get that to be hauled up soon. Now I just really want to, before I carry on with you guys, finish these walls here like our lovely Lynette is doing for us, mine out the last bit so I don't have to worry about defense for a little bit, and we can start working on that research tree a bit more and getting some unique buildings down. Now it looks like somehow I've cancelled half of my prison warden / prison building. I don't know how I've done that, so I need to fix that at some point and get that done. But at least they're building the watchtowers in the interim, which I guess is actually more needed than a prison cell. Okay, so we have our first raid of episode 3 upon us, but this one's a little different. As you can see, well, of course, there's a crap ton of people, but we have a lovely little ballista. Now, not too worried about that. You might think, oh crap. Now, I'd only think, oh crap, if you haven't made your defenses so that you have that dugout moat, not filled with water, remember, around your base. And now just touching on that, if you add water to your moats, raiders can just swim across and get into your base if the ballista breaks a wall down on the other side of the water. It's very simple, which is why I don't fill my moats. I leave them empty so that they have to go down and up, but most of the time they never do that. So yeah, that's what happens. Just bear that in mind if you do fill it with water. But anyway, the ballista, they will build it. It takes bloody ages to build. And they tend to stand guard around it, especially if they're out of reach. I tend to just let it get built and then deal with the situation as it comes, because I've never really had a big threat from a ballista. So we'll see what happens from this, but let's get ready for battle, I guess. Annoyingly, we did have one person rebellious, so we are a lady down. However, I'm pretty confident with our defenses. We're gonna be just fine. Oh, never mind. Lee is unconscious. Well, that's good. So never mind. We're 2 people down. Hopefully they wake up. It looks like they're setting up a ballista. Is it a ballista? Yes, I nearly said barista. And I was like, I don't think they're making coffee for us. It just looks like they're going to be assholes and hit our homes rather than our castle, which is interesting. So I'm just going to fast forward and let them do their thing and get upset and destroy my doors or my bridge. I don't know what they're going to be aiming for here. Good job they're fainting when no one's flipping in the middle of defending. God. It would be cool if you could go first person in this game. That would be sick, similar to Manor Lord, so we could walk around. That would be an awesome feature, but it's no small feature, I know, so I don't think that will happen anytime soon. I don't know what they're doing. Oh, there you go. There's one of these battering ram chaps I was on about in the last part. These guys do a lot of damage. Gemma the beast. Does a lot of damage, but she's weak as shit. She's big and she's weak. So you can just push her over and she'll fall down quite easily. Now, not many of these guys have armor, so they should be pretty easy to defeat once they finally waltz over. What are they hitting? Let's have a look. I didn't see where that went. Where's the bolt? Oh, there's the bolt. So there you go. They just one-tapped my... Oh, okay. That's just rude. They're just being dicks. What the fuck? As long as they don't kill Bug. Oh, there goes the wool. For God's sake. What's next, bro? Well, I'm just going to have a little sip of water whilst this happens. Oh, I just deconstructed that. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, I'm such a twat. These guys still chilling. Fine by me. Whilst everyone else is cracking on with what they can be doing. Oh, there you go. And we won from doing absolutely fucking nothing apart from our house get battered in. So let's open up these doors, get them all open, get everyone fed and happy. I'm going to turn down the job of everything for this settler, and they're going to go along and undo all the doors. What the hell? It says Quinnell is heckling Kalina, which is interesting. Bro's trying to rizz her up, but not in a good way. What the... We need to set some boundaries here, bro. Right, a load of shenanigans just happened. We have finished building our prison cell down below. It now has the remaining bits of a roof being done. As soon as these floors are sorted, then it won't register the upstairs as prison cell as well. But I'm planning to keep this bit nice and empty, so that's where the warden's desk will be. And then obviously you come through this gate here and you come down into another door where you have 3 beds, a couple of food stashes. You need these for the wall, for the prison room. I think it tells you if you come along. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so at least 1 prisoner stash and a cell marker, which I have in the corner. I'm gonna leave the dirt in there so it's nice and dirty. Yeah. So prison is ticked off. Now I need to choose someone to be a prison warden, I think it is. So the way I do that is I find out who's got the highest speechcraft. Currently 18 is the number to beat. So Lynette is now going to be our prison warden. However, they need to have their own bedroom. So for settlers to have roles, they have to have their own room. And I'm thinking, I know I mentioned this will go up, but instead of the next floor being just like a wall room or something, it will actually be Lynette's bedroom. So I'm just going to add a staircase here to what will be a door and turn into a bedroom for our new prison warden. So their room's kind of built out. It's obviously got a lot of windows, but I'll keep all of them shut apart from one when it comes to winter, which is soon approaching. So yeah, I think that's a cool start to another room, but also acting as someone's role chamber. So Yeah. And then I think on the other side, we'll have like a zigzag staircase going up and into the third floor of this. I do need to finish this last watchtower here, as well as digging out these remaining bits, because it's getting a bit boring having all this yellow on my screen. I really just want it done and dusted. Now I'm going to go ahead and unlock our last research table, because I just want it in now so that people can actually start using it when we're ready. So I'm going to plonk that down. It fits perfectly in there. I left just enough space, but actually I'm going to copy in another bookshelf or two here and there, just so we can maximize the storage we have. There you go. So that at some point will get done. We are missing... Ooh, we need mechanical components. So soon, very soon, we're going to have to start focusing on blacksmithing, which I'm going to go ahead and unlock, as well as crossbows. And then anything else, we need barrels. And barrels are used to put out fires a lot quicker. So say we have a fire up top for some reason, we can have a large barrel or a barrel somewhere along here for water to be local. And put out fires. I always put them near the entrances too, just because that's where most of our fires are going to be after a raid. So our villagers can instantly go and pick some up and then put out the fires nearby. They do fill up naturally of rainwater too, just so you know. And you need, I think you may have seen, beeswax, which is one of the reasons we got those down earlier, because it's not just religious structures, it's also things like barrels and a couple other bits and bobs which you need beeswax for. So it's always important to just have on the go at all times. The meeting point. The trading secret. What are you guys talking about? Tell me. Right, you might be able to see a bit better than me, but I've laid down the blueprints just so I can see kind of where it fits of a mega ass big church. Now the way I've done it is I've done this big structure here. It'll be made out of limestone. We have a little church tower, bell tower thingy majiggy going on. I did have a couple of ladders going up. You never know, it could end up being a watchtower in itself, kind of similar to these, just without the brazier inside. And then inside, however, is where the interesting thing is. Actually, let me just turn off roofs. We have split it in half, so I can use one side for one religion and another for the other, just so I don't have to build two of these massive things. I can kind of, you know, use both and then have like seats on each side of the rooms and whatever their spiritual things are and their structures, etc. So I've done that like so. I think it's going to be pretty neat. I do need to add a couple of doors actually, don't I, for this tower. But yeah, I just wanted to show you that. I've laid down the bare bones for it. I don't know when I'm going to do it, whenever we've kind of tackled down some extra structures and we're happy. But most importantly, like I said, I want to get that mining done. This I'm going to reserve for like a blacksmith's forge slash armorer's area, I reckon. I think this is a small, cute spot for it. Then down here, maybe we have some more rooms. And then we can think of what to do with this area up top here. Here we now have our second structure. So this is going to be like our blacksmith's forge. I just realized I did lay this out wrong. Okay, I need to fix that in a second. It's going to be like a little second rooftop area, but inside you kind of have like your entrance. You come in and then we've got an upstairs stairway to what will be whoever the blacksmith's bedroom is. I think I'll put 2 beds in here. It'll be a shared chamber just so we don't have to keep making so many rooms. And then downstairs will be our forge, of course, as well as the wall tool shelves. Yeah, so I think that is enough for it to become a workshop. So it'll get a boost in that sense. And then outside is this zoned off area where only materials such as coal or the raw ingots of silver, gold or iron can be stored, as well as fuel, so coal, like I said, and then whatever they're made into, so iron ingots, steel ingots, and gold, and silver, etc. So, however, I do need to add, what do I need to add? I need to add a smelting furnace or 2 here and there, just so we've got a couple on the go instead of having to squeeze everything inside, because I think these take a negative hit if you put them inside actually. So we'll put those 2 there instead. That should be plenty of room, enough for all of our resources anyway. Oh yeah, another set. Like I did just let in another one. I didn't record it because there was no consequences to it. It was just an average geezer. Just let him in anyway because we need more people to help build up as well as our defenses. But this person is what they got. We got carpentry, which is good marksman as well. So we are definitely going to take them. But what we're going to get, we're going to get archers, a lot of archers, and yeah, it's just a large group of raiders. So I'm going to take them in happily. We're going to need to make sure everything's up to par construction-wise. Once all this digging's done, I mean, it's purely cosmetic now at this point inside. Where am I going? I'm lost. Hello? Where's the fortress? So this is purely cosmetic, to be honest. So I just need to get this last tower built, just in case they come from that end. Right, so I nearly forgot to hit record on this. I have two smelly bastards rebellious for some reason. The attack came right in the morning, which is kind of unfair. So just before they ate, one of them was hungry, and then I had to draft them because they had to get their butts moving, and that's where we are now. Now, they are going straight for the main gate, which I'm happy with. No sneaky shenanigans going on, so I'm going to let them do their thing and just rain hell down on these lot. We do have quite a lot of them to target. I'm going to go for these big boys first when they get close, but for now, let's just kill whoever gets to the door. Bye. And here comes the mosh pit. Now, again, like I said, these big guys, you want to go for them first. But they're literally made out of mince pies. Next one. And once the big guys are dead, I'm just going to let them target the archers after that. Look at this. Easy as pie, you see? Look at this. Massive choke point. Everyone's been squeezed in. You got fire raining down in front of the door at the moment, which is kind of going to be putting them off because it will spread and kill them. And now I'm just going to let them do their thing and kill everyone. And look, they're all just hiding out the back. I guess they're trying to let the archers do something. So who we got? We've got an archer here. Can they reach that? Don't know if our short ones can, but our longbows definitely can. Oof. Come on, kill them all. Come on. Yes. I want to kill them fairly quick, because the quicker I kill them, the quicker I can put out the fires and get their gear. Oh, okay, one door down. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, they still have 6 more to go, so I'm not exactly worried about it. Oh, and there we go. Killed 17 people. That felt like an absolute piece of cake. So, and we lost 1 gate. Look at that. Marksman 20 and melee 27. That's nuts. Marksman 28. Melee 33. Jesus. Okay, right. I'm going to undraft that person because they can do the fires first because they're on the outside, which is actually kind of handy. Now, they're putting out the fires with the water I put down. There you go. That's why I put the water buckets down. She's putting those out nice and quickly. And that means our enemies won't burn to death as well as the bodies, which is fantastic. Or now Edith is going ahead and undoing all those doors. She's nearly done the remaining ones, and then everyone will start to run down. I'm going to get her to escort this chap to the cell. You grab this remaining prisoner and escort the cell as well. Now, when you have these chaps in your cell, I need to assign someone to the prison warden, like I said before. And you can hit recruit on them. So then they'll slowly start liking you. And eventually when they get to 100%, they will become just instantly one of your settlers, which is awesome. Now, this person might actually die. It looks like they're bleeding out. I think they're about to die. Uh-oh. Oh. Well, there goes the prisoner. Righty. I have a shit ton of stuff to collect. Obviously, all the dead bodies here have been stripped. And now we have a load of goodies. I forgot to strip someone. Ooh, sorry, madam. I must strip your naked body. Or your clothed body. Now you are naked. Very good. But I need to collect all of this stuff. Sort through what I want to keep and what I don't want to keep. Like this stag head piece, whatever that is, specifically the bows, the weapons, because some of these are quite strong, and then what else, some odd bits of armor and things like that, because I think I saw a good chest piece somewhere. Yeah, everyone's all my settlers are swapping their armor out. There you go, look, we got some plated armor going on. Look at that, 396 and 494G. And I'm going to be hauling what's good and moving it somewhere secure. However, I did forget, I need to come up here and change these weapon racks. I think I mentioned before, I turn off everything apart from range. So only useful things like bows will be up here. And then I put weapons, so melee weapons, I will put somewhere in the building, wherever it is located around here. So we have a fight in the courtyard down here, then they can swap out their bows for shields and weapons, if that makes sense. And we just got a cold snap, which is fantastic, which means people are going to be cold. So let's make sure everyone has winter clothes on. Okay, everyone's got winter clothes on. One of them is about to be depleted. Quinelle, the troublemaker, has some very shite winter clothes on, so we need to get them switched. I'm going to force them to do so. I do need to build a little wall around this ASAP, just so people don't get a glimpse of it. Surprised no one's turned rebellious yet, because there is a lot of dead bodies hanging about. So I'm going to get all this cleaned up, sort through it, get rid of what we don't need, and then go from there. Now, in winter, you can actually unlock ice making. So instead of having to buy it, you can make an ice maker. Obviously, you can only make ice during winter because it needs to be really cold, and always build it somewhere shadowy. So I would build it, for example, in this hole here, because when the sun rises during the day, the ice stops making, like the progress stops. So if you put it in the shade for as long as possible, then the production can keep going. You can always put like a little roof on it and keep it covered, so it's extra chilly. I think you could also do it in the basement potentially, but I believe it has to be minus, and that's not minus, that's just above. So yeah, this bedroom is finished, and I'm going to take a lovely Lynette and assign that bedroom to her. So then if I come here, go to role and assign prison warden, they now have a role. You need to come to your schedule, and then you need to give them a portion of the day to do and commit that role. So there you go. I'm going to put it towards the end of the day so they can at least help working in the morning. So that means if we come down to our lovely little prisoner down here, we can go down and hit recruit, and then this will slowly fill up as they recruit them throughout their days. And it normally takes a bit of time depending on the person. Like if they don't like you, which I don't think this person does, then it can take a bit longer. So yeah, that's prisons and how to turn raiders into fellow friendly settlers at some point. So yeah, any questions about that, let me know. Hey, so one of the issues I was encountering when doing this playthrough, a lot of them were getting upset about entertainment. So what I've done is I've built a games house. So upstairs we got some Skittles, and then downstairs we got some more quotes, and then a shit ton of essentially what are shuffleboards. I don't know what they're called. What are they called? Let's have a look. Oh, shovel boards. Oh, very fancy. We got a lot of those being made up. So literally there is something for everyone. So that should solve the issue of someone saying they're not entertained. And then the next thing we're going to tackle is his full church. It's massive. There we have it. The exterior of the church is finished. Now we just need to work on the inside, but also unlock a next step for our research tree. So we need to come down here to religious structures, and next we need to get this oak brethren ritual circle as well as the restitution lectern, and then they will go in their corresponding rooms, and they will become a oak brethren temple and a church of restitution chapel. Now this will give them a nice boost, so hopefully that will solve our issues of not enough religious thingy majiggy. I don't know what you call it, I can't remember, but you know what I mean. It'll make them happy in the holy Jesus sense and that stuff. Yeah. And after that, we're gonna have this big old building being built. Now I was hoping for the downstairs to initially be bedrooms, but the way I've done it kind of doesn't really work out in the most efficient way. So the next floor is going to be bedrooms, because we'll have a bit more width to work with to get some more bedrooms in, hopefully at least 4 or 5 potentially, with some nicer beds and stuff. And then downstairs will be some kind of workshop area, maybe for woodworking, and then on the other side like textiles and things like that. I've also just put down a random flax field because I'm trying to work one of our latest settlers, Elizabeth. Elizabeth. Oh, fuck me, what a stupid name. Fucking to 25, so they can start growing herbs. Because once we start growing herbs, we can do some stuff with the botanist, which is really helpful. We can make like medical packs, I think they're called. You know what I mean? Heal packs, thingy majiggies, heal yourself, those things. So we're going to need some of those on the go when we start making our army and getting it bigger, so we can start raiding people. But yeah, righty, we got a new settler. However, this one, just for demonstration's sake, I'm gonna slam the door on Martin. Oh, this is the land of independent women. But yeah, I'm gonna kick him out, and this will have a negative effect. I'm just gonna do it for the showcase. Lots of people will be sad that they get like saddy faces over the head, and more than likely now I will get some rebellious people. Now this is normal, it happens, but at the point we are still struggling to maintain a good food supply. I still have Cornell doing it, but he's slow, he's fucking slow. So this just hints to me we need to upgrade our kitchen and get an additional chef in the house. I mean, we've got loads of meat laying around, we just need to start cooking it all. Goodbye, Martin. Fuck you. Fuck you, Nan. Fuck you, Mum. You're not welcome here, you big fat stinker. Maybe that's a bit too far. I'm sorry, Martin. Now, my mic decided just to cancel out during this bit, but here I draft my settlers to hunt the hogs, because I mentioned before, they're dangerous. Same with wolves, so I draft all my settlers up in a little group, and then attack them all at once, just so we can get some more damage dealt. But anyway, back to the building. Well, hello. A ton of progress has been made. Let me slow down time. We have more settlers. I think we have 3 more since I last spoke. If we come over to the church, we also have 2 rooms set up. Our Oak Brethren Temple, as well as our Church of Restitution Chapel in the church building, which is fantastic. So that's all sorted. The blacksmith forge is pretty much done. Spare the beds. I have someone assigned, Edith, here to smithing. So they're just staying on that until they get a high enough level to start making mechanical components for us. They need to hit level 20. Currently, she's only level 11, so clearly a long way to go. Any progress is some progress. Now, I can't remember, did this person have any smithing? No, they're useless smithing-wise. We also have a big raid on the way. This is because we let someone in as they had good carpentry skills. And I thought, why not have a battle? It's been a hot minute. What else is there to talk about? We have 2 people working up towards carpentry level 20. This is so I can start making some crossbows, because I'm going to try and unlock crossbows, or the heavy crossbows, sorry. Once that is done, we will have everyone who can use them be having one in hand, so we can rain down hell on all of them. I've also started being very specific with my job roles. So currently I have 2 people assigned to chefs. I have 2 people assigned to harvesting and growing vegetables, 2 people assigned to carpentry, as well as 1 to smithing. So this just means they're going to be working on leveling up their roles specifically towards those traits, because smithing down the line is very important for, like I said, making weapons as well as traps. And those mechanical components can be used towards traps, but also things like doors, certain tool stations and things like that. So they're very important to get at this stage. Now, you may be wondering why I haven't laid any traps down in our defense structure yet, but we didn't need it. We literally didn't need it at this point, and later on we will, which is why at this stage I'm now introducing our target of starting to get some made when we can. I got a load of wooden ones made. I think, I've got 20 made, which is a good amount so far, but I'm not going to lay them down. I'm just going to keep them for when we just have a surplus and jot those down, potentially have them up on this upper layer here as a little backup, just to inflict some more damage on anyone who makes their way through. So yeah. Oh, one other thing. I think I have someone, yes, a lever here. Yes, this is the person I let in, sorry, for our raid, which will be happening. Their experience in animal handling is extremely high. So I have them training all the animals so we can get a load of people, or a load of animals, hauling for us, so we don't have to have people assigned to it. So hopefully soon we'll have an army of goats and cows and stuff just hauling stuff around for us. Now, I'm trying to see, who are you training right now? You're currently touching this guy's ass, but I presume it's the goat underneath. And she is great, because every time she gets a successful training attempt, she gets 8% normally. Now that one failed. However, it goes up in 8, so you can imagine in a few days when she's trained everyone, she's going to be making immense progress. I don't know if it's the same with cattle. Let's see. 17%! Crikey! This is why I took you in last. She's helping us get ahead of the curve. Right, the battle is soon approaching us. It will be here in 3 hours. So I'm going to let people sleep as long as they can. Where are you going, sir? You are going to sleep. Okay, that's fine. And then I'm going to get them all up inside the building. Now, not everyone has got great bows, but we have enough people here to not worry. And annoyingly, my stewards, although I had assigned them to focus on just being a steward so that I could get my braziers refueled and fiery, they've not done so. The fucking assholes. So I need to go through and have everyone up here without any fire on hand. Now, let me just pause and get everyone drafted because we're about to have some trouble. And whapow, everyone's going to start working their way up. Wakey, wakey, bitches. It's time to defend your home, ladies. Now, I don't know where these chaps are going to spawn. Let's have a look. Oh, they spawned close. Okay, so I'm happy that I drafted everyone when I did because, like I said, you can get caught out if your building isn't exactly center of the map. Oh, okay, we're dealing some good damage. This is why I built the watchtowers. We're dealing damage early on, which is awesome. Now I'm going to move them back from the watchtower down to where they need to be. Edith, where have you gone, my love? Darling, where are you? What? You're... Okay, she's having a nap. Of course she's having a nap. Of course she is. Lock this door. What's happening here? We have them trying... Oh, they're trying to do a little diggy dig. That's not good. Okay, everyone get here quick. Kill these guys right here. Ellen. Fuck you, Ellen. Die. Please. There we go. We've stopped her digging. Whoever starts digging, we're going to target them. Merrill. Fuck you. For some reason, we're refusing my commands right now. Okay. These guys, let's get them here. Where are they going? Oh, they're coming in through the gappage here. Okay, this is interesting. Right, everyone needs to get on the move ASAP. We're gonna get them here and these guys there, and we're gonna kill some fuckers. The digging hit. Oh, okay, interesting. It looks like the strategy is to go in, destroy this wall. I don't actually know what their strategy is. I'm just gonna let everyone rain fire down on them in the meantime. Okay, so they are bashing through into the prison, which is interesting. Oh, they're okay. They're all moving. Where are they moving to? Interesting. Okay, I'm going to get them all down back to the main tower. Now, if you have a group selected and it does something like this, deconstruct, it's because someone is potentially unconscious or they don't have a weapon. So I'm just going to let that person... Lee, we'll come back for you. Don't worry. We'll come back. But I'm going to get everyone back down to the main gate tower because it looks like they're going to be targeting our main doors now. Okay, we're going to aim for any big chaps. Battering ram is dead by the looks of it, so it's just aim for the nearest big guy. His shield is down, and he's dead. Oh, no, we got a battering ram. There you go. Here he comes. Here he comes. And target this one. Oh, wrong target. Target this one. Please, kill him. Dead. And the next big chap. You can see how effective it is when you get everyone teamed up on one bloke. Oh, madam, sorry. And that should be the last big guy there. Now I'm just going to let them kill everyone. Kill them all, bitches. Oof, 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 oof. Any final kills going? Oh, nice. It looks like a few will get away. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, damn. Okay, only one person lives from that raid because that got a bit close, didn't it? Oh, I forgot about these guys up here in the tower. They were just chilling, doing their thing. Whoopsie. Now you can see here the aftermath. We have so many bodies to strip and haul because, boy, that was a bloodbath. How far did they get in here? Okay, they destroyed one of our underlying walls, which was a bit rude, a bit frustrating. It low-key looked like they were trying to get towards our lovely prisoner here. What are they on now? They're on 49%. They're halfway done. But boy, yeah, fuck me, that was a good raid. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to build a little outhouse warehouse here. We're going to do something like this. Maybe some pillars in between. My OCD. Going to have to shrink that down like so. We're going to take our wooden beams. Get a pretty shit wicker roof. Plonk that on top. Stockpile, default, change this here to this. We're going to expand into our little grooves here. Now I'm going to select this, change to very high priority, and everything warfare is going to go on there. So that means literally all of this shit here, yep, will be sorted into that stockpile and we can move whatever we need. And just remember when something's fixed to unlock it, otherwise you might lock anyone in there. Aha, okay, so we have a merchant who can take weapons. So this is a good opportunity to shove off all the shit that we really do not need and then see what we can grab, if anything, in return. Sometimes everything's just too expensive compared to what you sell. So I'm going to maybe sell some of the more expensive bits, stuff that I'm just not interested in using, and see what we end up with. Okay, so in return, we're going to take gold. That's what we're going to take. We're going to take all the gold that they can give us. There's 100 of that. And then what else? And then maybe we'll just take some herbs off their hands as well. Accept and bosh. There you go. Okay, so here on the left, you can see I've gone through and I've assigned everyone some kind of title. Now, barring Nicola, she's our OG. She is someone who has high skills in many areas like internet, construction, carpentry, botany. So I can't really pen her down to one thing. She's going to be focusing on whatever we want her to focus on at the time. Currently it's carpentry because she is so close to getting that level 20 for crossbows. So I'm leaving her assigned to that. And then everyone else, for example, builder is a bit vague. They didn't really have anything special stand out, so I just put them as builder. Carpenter, pretty self-explanatory, also level 19. We have our chefs, farmer. Who else do we have? Animal handlers, 2 tailors, because we've actually got quite a high tailoring on one of them. They go to level 17, which will be handy for when you make armor. But I've just done that because things were getting a bit messy and complicated. Now I'm also going to assign Filomena Dolfama. And that's that. That's just my sanity, because when you get a load of people, it gets messy real quick. So I've just done this now because for me, I find it quite an easy way of sorting through this because all the numbers can get a bit messy. But when you sort through and just clean everything up, it can be awesome. So I'm actually going to do that now. I'm going to turn everything off for everyone like so. And I'm going to quickly make everyone just steward whilst I am doing this so they can get everything back on fire because autumn is approaching, so people are going to get pretty chilly. But now I'm going to go through and assign everyone the only stations they can work on are things that are relevant to them. So for example, this person is our builder, so it's going to be construction. If I can click on it, there you go. So that's going to be the number 1. As well as artist, carpenter, there you go, pretty self-explanatory. I'll also turn on cut plants for them, just because if they run out of wood, they're able to go and chop some shit down. We've got our chef, of course, pretty self-explanatory what's going to happen with him. Farmer, that's going to be grow and harvest. And then I may do cut plants, sorry, as number 2. Same again for our other farmer. Miner, I do need some coal being mined, so I'm glad I'm going to do that for them. Anything actually which is quite low, anyone, sorry, who doesn't have anything else really, so for example this person just construction, I will also assign them something else so they can make themselves useful. Who do we have next? Pet handler, our lovely trainer. They have been doing great stuff for us, so I'm going to leave that to them. I'm also going to turn on mining and construction for them as well as number 2. So once they've done their training, they can help with whatever he's doing. Our queen, I'm going to make carpentry number 1. She's also a great builder, so I'm going to turn her as number 2. What else she got at botany as well? You might as well chuck her in that section. Sorry, wrong areas going in here. But there you go. I'm pretty happy with that. I'm going to turn down stewardship for everyone because everything should be lit by now. Actually, let's go and have a look. Never mind. Nothing's fucking lit. What the fuck were these guys doing this whole time? Anyway, I've gone through, sorted through all those numbers like I demonstrated. So everyone should be doing things assigned to their roles now. A lot of people are unhappy. Let's go and have a look. Deprived of entertainment. That should be solved now because they're doing it. There you go. Yeah, they're all happy now. Lovely jubbly. Oh, okay. Nicola just hit level 20 carpentry, which means we can turn off this shit and get our heavy crossbows on the go so that she can start making them. But we're also going to get some normal ones made up for her to work on. I think I can assign just Nicola, Queen Nicola, to do so, which is cool. So she's going to be doing that. We must have a lot of these now. Oh no, we still have only got 19, but there are 25 sitting right there. So actually we do have a good chunk of things. Well, god diddly darn, twizzle my nipples and call me Jeffrey. We have suddenly got a... Why is this not working? Ow. Oh, it's because I've selected someone who's rebellious. We have we have a random raid on our hands. And by random, I mean fucking humongous raid. Look at the amount of people here. So we need to get everyone upstairs quickly. But luckily, in the meantime, our lovely Queen Nicola made a crap ton of crossbows. And as you can see, everyone here on the left who can take one has one. So that's a lot of manpower in our hands, which I'm happy with. I'm going to get everyone who I can drafted right now and over to where they need to be. Now, someone was... Okay, so one of these people are causing the issue of not going how we want them to. So let's go one by one and just get them over here. I don't know who it was. Was it this person? No. Okay, that's confusing. That's very confusing. Right. Everyone just leg it. Leg it, everyone. Come on. Where are all these chaps going? This looks interesting. Are they going to be attempting? Okay, they are. They're building something. They're building a ballista. Okay, so everyone instead is going to go to this tower here. Let's select all the peeps and send them. Oh, it's so annoying how it's doing that. Okay, that's a bit buggy. And let's just see what's happening over here. If everyone gets to this tower, let's just turn the roof back on. We should be able to. Yeah, they're all in range, which is fantastic. Look, they're all going up now. And they should all go up top here and just rain hell down on everyone over there. This is why you build these towers on the edge. Because look, now we can just start shooting on them whilst they're making that ballista. And now we're going to start making some damage down on these fools. Oh, we have one unconscious person. How'd that happen? They got them through the window. That's impressive. Oh, we just lost someone, I think. Oh, no, we didn't lose someone. They lost someone. Okay. Whew. Panicked for a second. Oh, they're also building something here. What are they building? This is new. We have... What's being built? I can't see. Oh, boy. Oh. Well, that's no good. We have an onager, which is essentially a catapult. That's going to do some big damage to our defenses. However, I'm still... Oh, there's some random gold down there. I'm confident in still being able to defend ourselves. We're basically killed a massive chunk already. So let's get everyone focused on whoever's building that person. Oh no, that person's not building. It's the tall giraffe. Kill the giraffe, everyone. There you go, giraffe is dead. I think because I have a couple unconscious people, it's not letting me attack. Yeah, okay. So it gets a bit finicky when this happens. But I mean, currently I'm not sweating. I'm feeling okay right now. We've killed most of the people, so... Even if the onager does a load of damage and takes down a couple walls, we still have more people, I think, to win this fight. Come on, stop missing, guys. There you go. That's 2 to go here. How many more people are here? We've got... It's actually quite a few huddled up, isn't there? I wonder if our guys can reach. What's the... no, we wouldn't be able to reach. We'd have to push out, which we are definitely not going to be doing. Just going to let them keep dealing damage to those guys because there's no archers. I'm going to leave our pet handler not drafted because that means she's going to carry our wounded to a bed and hopefully they'll wake up if we need them. There you go. Now we're dealing the damage. Yes. That's what we like to see. And goodbye. Delete. Hit the last guy. Wicked. Okay, so I'm going to move everyone here down over this way. Okay, everyone who's awake, come down and move towards this tower, please. That's a lot of dead people. How many dead people is that? That's 18 people we've killed so far. And they've got some good gear on them by the looks of it. They've got some armor. You have to strip to see. They got quite close to building that, 94%. This is close to completion as well. And there's nothing we're going to be able to do about that. I might make everyone take shelter on the other side. Because that's going to do a lot of damage. If they do start aiming for this tower, that might be bad news. Because everyone's inside. Ooh, that ballista just took a pop shot at us. Okay. Good to know where they're targeting, at least. I'm going to get everyone set up along the walls here. Just keep an eye... Oh, did one of us just die? Oh, someone just got hit by a ballista. Okay. Let's go downstairs for now and take cover, because that wasn't good. They got absolutely bomber-clatted in the face by a ballista bolt. Oh. Something broke. Oh, shit. Someone go save our friend. Elderly. Oh, no. Okay. We have a lot. We're taking quite a lot of damage from this onager. We need to be careful. Come on, get down, get down. Get down, my friend. Oh.
Rest in peace, my granny. She got hit by a bazooka. Yeah.
Oh, no. We lost Philomena. Oh, no, Philomen, I'm so sorry, my friend. Oh, she was a worthy champion, and she's now dead. Oh boy, that's our first settler's death. Now we need to make sure Builder Lee here doesn't go down with her. Come on, get to safety if you can, my friend. We've taken some critical hits here. Oh, we're taking a lot of damage at the moment. This isn't good, but everyone here now is safe. We're going to get them just even further back. I don't want them to take too much damage. Okay, I forgot. I didn't. Oh, careful, guys. Careful, careful. Waddle away, everyone. Come back to safety. I'm just going to let them pummel that wall until they decide to make a move somewhere else. I'm going to speed through this and see what happens when they run out of armor. They're making a shambles out of this tower here. We've taken some pretty big hits. Oh, so guys with crossbows, I think, cannot have flaming arrows. Yeah, so that's one thing to remember. Only normal archers. So if you want flaming arrows, you can't use people with crossbows. It's good to have a mix. Carpenter Brigham is locking himself. He's like, fuck this shit, guys. Fuck this shit. He was just trying to lock himself in this bit. That's quite funny to see. Oh, someone just locked him in there. God's sake, everyone. Now, this does make me consider when we are being raided that we need to have some facilities within the fortress so that people stay safe. And, oh, they're building this bloody ballista now. Stay safe, but also they can eat, they can chill, maybe do some tasks like farming. Maybe we have like a small farm here. An infirmary definitely needs to be built based on how many people we just had take damage. So maybe this is what this room becomes down here. We had one long infirmary for people to be taken to when they're wounded. But I need to draft everyone back up quick and get them to this tower to kill this bastard over here. There we go. He's been dealt with. We've got someone repairing right now. Not that that's necessary. Currently, they're just idle. I presume they've ran out of ammunition and they're sending someone over one by one to try and build this last ballista, which we're going to stop them from doing so, hopefully. Yeah, there you go. They're very vulnerable when they're building because they can't use their shields. And dead. Oh, here we go. We've got a whole posse. Everyone's on the move. They've kind of learned from their one by one. You see how the AI adapts? It's a bit creepy, but it's interesting to watch. Okay, they're retreating at one point, and then they come back when someone's like, oh, don't worry, I'll do it. Oh, yeah. See, and we won. We killed 26 people. We did, sadly. We lost Philomena.
Rest in peace, my granny, she got hit by a bazooka. Yeah.
To the enemy, she got absolutely smacked in the face by a ballista bolt. So, lesson learned, when there's a ballista and it's built, take cover as quickly as you can. So, yeah, we learned from that. I didn't realise Smith Edith was just cracking on and didn't give a shit. She was carrying on. Does she look like she's got a bit fat? I can't get pregnant in this game, but I'm not trying to insinuate. She looks a bit fat, though. Anyway, she has been cracking along, building a lot of things. She's built a load of maces, which is good. So currently we do have some strong weaponry up top for people to defend themselves with in hand-to-hand combat if needed. Well, this is a fun one. Everyone is rebellious. I can't open the doors for them to go and eat and sleep in their own beds because everyone's fucking rebellious. Oh, isn't this a joy? Oh, cock. I wish someone wasn't rebellious and out here. For God's sake. Right, we have an infirmary room on the way here. We put in 5 beds. That's all we could squeeze in because I forgot they're 3 long, not too long. For some reason, I thought they were too long. That'd be some very small people, I guess. But we have a nice amount in there. The only thing we are missing to complete the room, though, is Chemistry 1, which gives us the medicine shelf. However, that then entails that we need to build in our library this bad boy. So to make this, we need mechanical components, and that's going to be a bit of a tricky one because we still haven't made any, and we need to do so fairly soon. I believe we can do that on our table up here. I believe Smith Edith has been making some progress in her skills. She is now Smithy. Oh, she's only 13. We're still a long way away from that 20, which we really do need. So what I'm going to be doing is having her also make armor and things like that, because any way we can add extra resources towards our skill for this settler, the better. However, to get these higher graded ones, I also need those books. So I'm kind of in a weird circle at the moment of I need to make mechanical components, but I don't have the skills. And to upgrade the skills, I also need certain materials, which I don't have. And then to get the research to do so, I also then need the things that I need to make to do it. So I'm going to have to buy some, by the looks of it, at some point from one of our merchants when they come, and get that sorted and under our belt. Well, I've been hit with the almighty combo of flooding. Now, obviously, I told you the graded floors do serve a purpose as drainage. However, if you get enough floods back to back without the water fully disappearing, then you can lead to this situation where you still get a flood on your hands. Now, I'm going to have to pick someone who, fuck's sake, the only person is unconscious, and I'm having a little bit of issue at the moment where a lot of people are saying they're deprived of entertainment, then they have too much entertainment, and they're getting sad and depressed from it. So I'm just gonna quickly shrink this zone here, and now that he's awake again, I'm gonna get him to come down and just prioritize mining this. So we should see it drain away fairly quickly. So he's gonna dig that up very, very slowly. There you go, the water is now drained. Now I'm going to have to add a little floor grate on there. So that's fixed, but that's what to do in a situation where you have that and it's not suddenly draining away. You can just do this to fix the situation. And I'm also going to add some clay tiles down, but I need to attend to finishing this room because that last attack was quite bad. And we actually need to just make sure we have an infirmary room on the go / somewhere safer indoors for them to hide. And then try and figure out why everyone keeps going rebellious because it's fucking annoying. Now, interestingly, I have lost probably one of the worst people to lose. Luckily, Nicholas still has the strongest carpentry level, but for some reason, this chap died. And I don't know why. His last moments were sitting down eating, and then he just succumbed to death. So that's an interesting one. Not sure if that was a bug. I also jumped to where he supposedly died, and I see no bodies, which is strange. So I've got to locate where he died. But now a crap ton of people are going to get sad and rebellious, most probably, because we have another dead settler, which is frustrating to deal with. That's the second body, which is just Houdini'd, interestingly. Very strange indeed. Now, with some of the issues I've been encountering, one of them was I ran out of fodder because I was making too many beds. For some reason, when I had harvest set, well, not for some reason, when I had harvest turned up to number 1 for certain people, they were obviously harvesting all of our crop fields and not the things that I were requesting to be harvested out in the wild. So what I did was, to save my animals from starving to death, I ended up just breaking the gates here and freeing them, because then they go out and they eat whatever shrubs and berries and bits and bobs there are laying around. So that kind of saved them in the interim. I do have them all basically just chilling in different spots across my village. So once that is built, I've expanded actually the farm. So it's going to be a lot bigger. That also means there's not going to be so much shit hanging around in one area. And potentially at certain points, grass will just naturally grow here. So we don't always have to fill a trough. They can just eat whatever's spawning. The rooms are done up here. Like I mentioned, I need the medicine room to be done. This is going to turn into a workshop, I believe, I think I might move out this armorer's table because it's a bit cozy in here. And that means if I relocate this, I can fill this up with some wardrobes. So we're actually going to go ahead and do that. There's some bricks just casually chilling there, and then we can have wardrobes all along here so people can come into armor up if needed. I've added some more merlons along this side of the wall. I have, how much do I have? 176 bricks left, so that should be enough to fill this portion. I'm not doing this bit yet because no one's come and focused on this area, so I don't think it's as urgent. I'm only doing this because when people run up to this bit. They're a bit exposed, so this gives them a bit of cover when they do so. We're encountering some difficulties, I will admit. Lots of rebellion, which is a pain, and I really need to get smithing up. No one's come along yet with smithing of a high enough level, so I need to figure out what best to do in the next steps. Okay, so I'm holding an event here. However, I do not have a participant / druid to host the ceremony. However, I do have a cow, so I'm hoping this now will bring some celebration to people and make them a little happier. I think you can see it was enjoyable. Okay, so I got some positive outcome out of that. We sacrificed our lovely little cow to the gods, and that will hopefully increase some people's happiness for the interim. And then soon I shall do these chapters. We only have 2 revolution. I know we got some more hiding in. It's just not added them. So we're going to go through and we're going to choose these guys. And we'll also do a ceremony for them so they don't feel left out, you know? You can't leave anyone out on these. Bloody hell, there's tons. Holy mackerel. Okay, there's a lot of participants. I don't have any bread or wine, so we'll see. It should at least make them happy. So we'll do that and see how they feel about it. They've got all of them running over. Oh no, that's the merchant. Oh wait, no. No. Who are these chaps? Oh. Did I just Bugs Bunny a load of randos into my event? I think I did. That's a first. I did wonder why there were so many people. Okay, well, that's a thing. You can enlist your merchant's people into your event. This is going to be a full party going on in here. Jesus. Okay, well, it was enjoyable. I'll take the points where I can. It's very strange. I didn't know I could yoink. Well, speaking of speechcraft, can you grab... where is the merchant? Oh, grab the merchant whilst he's there before he disappears, because you're our speechcraft lady. Run, Forrest! Run, be quicker! There you go. Any troubles on your travels? I heard about a bandit camp. Okay, cool. So we've got a bandit camp we can attack once we get our table down. And then, what you got? What can we buy from you? Absolute fuck all. For fuck's sake. Oh, they're wooden. God's sake. I forgot we need metal mechanical components or just mechanical components. That's frustrating. I'll keep an eye on that next time and see if we can buy some. Right, I'm close to taking a little break. Now, I've just let the animals roam free because the food issue was becoming quite prevalent and they were always hungry. It's now spring, so I can start laying down these seeds again in all of our fields. I've decided to add some more bedrooms up here because I'm going to start a shift at some point to having some of the areas down here up in the main fortress to stop this kind of back and forth, which is actually wasting quite a bit of time. Or we need to simplify our route up for now. And maybe I'm thinking we have a system where we add a staircase here going up and then another one here just so you can skip 2 levels. So then when we get raided, we can just deconstruct it instantly and then go back to where we were, if that makes sense. So I'm leaning towards doing that just as a little system. So just to demonstrate, we go like this and we have a wooden staircase like so. And then we just add another one here so they can run up nice and quick, if you see what I'm saying. So that's the plan for that. What else have I done? I've added some little decor. We have our banners up, which is quite cool. We've still not been raided, which is fantastic because I'm having a little bit of a glitchy poo. When I restart the game from a save, my people are no longer rebellious, and then suddenly they get rebellious quite quick again. And I don't know why, because if you come up here, they have plenty of sleep. And they have a long leisure time in the morning as well. So I'm not too sure. Maybe it's the running around, dilly-dallying, getting to and from things. But we still have enough weapons in our backlog. I'm going to be making some more crossbows soon, as well as short bows, because we have a few people still on the short bows. We have plenty of traps which have been made, which is awesome. How many do we have? We've got 18, as well as there's some laying around somewhere. I can't remember where, but there are. The main thing I'm still struggling with is our lovely Smither. She is only level 14 and it's getting a bit long and slow. So I think we need to go out and cause some mischief and just start raiding, to be honest, because she's not doing the things we wanted to do. Cock! Just when I didn't need it. Again, another raid is upon us. And it's not a good one. It's one where everyone is actually fairly close to where our settlers are, as well as the base entrance. So we need to get everyone to their fighting stations as quickly as possible. Everyone's quite scattered again at the moment because they were starting their duties for spring. So hopefully everyone's going to get in nice and quick. That everyone is doing exactly what I want them to, and they're absolutely battering the guys coming down the main gate, which is what we want to see. The gates are being locked just fine this time because it's a sensible time of day to attack, lads. I will give it to you. We're going to aim for the big guys, going for the door as usual. Are they going to get to the second gate? We shall see. Oh, they're running back out, some of them. I guess the fire might be spreading indoors as well, so they're kind of burning at the same time. Oh yeah, they don't stand a chance getting shot in the arse. And victory is upon us. We have a mother load of people to choose from as prisoners. Please, someone with good smithing. That's what we're looking for here. Someone with good smithing. For fuck's sake. Fuck them. Kill them all. Yeah, get fucked. Get fucked. Run, Forrest, run! Great success. Very nice. And what's handy is I put this barrel of water up top. So that means they're taking that now and they're just going to carry it down and put out these fires instead of having to stamp it out of their feet, which takes a bit longer, and run through the flames. Now, all the bodies are getting absolutely cooked, so we're going to have nothing to take from it. But not too sad about that because I don't need the amount of loot that these guys will give, and most of them was just melee shit, which we're not too interested in. So, yeah, the remainder of these fires will be put out, and that was a big attack, absolutely squashed by us. Gonna escort this person to prison. The other one died, sadly, but, you know, not too worried about that. Welly, 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 well. It's actually been a big chunk of time between the last part you just saw and now, and that's just because life got in the way. I got very busy with work stuff, but just a load of shenanigans, and I think I needed a break just from the PC for a little bit, but it's all planned out well. I've managed to get this next part done, which I'm very happy with. I found quite entertaining watching back on some of the moments. It is surprisingly goofy when you play this, but let me just hit pause and let's do a quick recap of what we have done this part. So obviously the defenses kind of stayed the same a little bit. I mean, we've added some stairs just so people get up and down a lot quicker, but we have of course improved and added in our prison along with another bed, what's going to be a war room / map room. We've increased the capability for our in-house hospital with the infirmary. Church was set up and done, still needs some tweaking, but the blacksmith as well, which was quite a big addition. However, obviously, what's her face? I don't know what's her name. Edith or some crap. She's still a low smithing level, so that is going to be one of our main objectives for the next part. But it's turned out quite well. Obviously, defenses improved with the tower. However, rest in peace. If you know, you know. But it's been good. We've made a lot of progress. I'm interested to hear, though, your suggestions on what I should be doing next. I do read all the comments. I do reply to them. So please tell me what you think. What you think I'm doing wrong, maybe. Any suggestions on what to do there? And I know I need to start next part, I need to start moving everything up into the main fortress. So that's like more beds. I need to move some of the tables and things, build a library somewhere. That's not the library, that's beds. Build the library somewhere, and to be honest, just shuffle the games room up there as well. If we're getting more beds on the go, I'll likely get rid of this roof and just double stack it so we can get more rooms over there. But yeah, tell me your thoughts down below. And of course, if you have joined this part, please like, subscribe and comment. You honestly, all of you watching this are legends. It means a lot. I am somehow nearly at 100 subscribers. I'm surprised I got 5, not gonna lie. So if you can help me by the end of this year just reach, let's say 150, 200 subscribers. That's a good goal, I think, to set. That would mean a lot. And obviously, if you're interested, check out the other videos I make. I do put a lot of time into them alongside my full-time job. I was doing filming and photography for a week, and every time I finished the shoot, I was here doing my editing. So yeah, shout out to all of you, and I'll see you in the next part.